Hey friends, it's Mary Giordano and welcome to Unapologetically Wild. Every single day, you have a choice. You can stay where you are, or you can step into the possibility of something even greater. And I'm here to spark that flame within you and inspire you to show up, embrace the fear, and do the fucking thing. Messy, scared, and real. Let's get started.
I'm on the trip of a lifetime, on my own, as a woman, strong and independent, and worthy of all the things that we got up to.
Hey friends, welcome back to Unapologetically Wild. I just got back from hosting a group trip on the other side of the globe in Bali with 10 women, most of them strangers, and you'll never guess what happened. These women, they didn't just book a trip and fly to Bali. Each one of them stepped into something way bigger than a vacation. These 10 women pressed pause on jobs, kids, routines, and expectations. And in that pause, for most of them, the doubt crept in. Almost every one of these women did what any normal person would do when faced with the unknown and a group of strangers. They questioned whether they belonged, whether it was real, whether they'd fit in. But then they met, they hiked, they sweat, they screamed, they cried, and belly laughed. They sat around a table like they'd known each other for years. This episode, it's not about the destination of Bali. It's about the journey, the freedom, the transformation, the kind that doesn't wait for confidence or clarity, but the kind that kicks in after you say yes, when you leave comfort behind and choose to go anyway, when you finally decide to book the damn trip, buy the damn plane ticket, when you show up without knowing a soul, and then throw a bag on the bed, look around the room and think, holy fuck, here we go. That's when something bigger cracks open. And I recorded conversations with every single woman on that trip. And what you're going to hear today, it's not curated. It's real, it's raw, it's their voice, their words, their experience. So if you've ever felt a pull to do something big, bold, and a little scary, but your fear is holding you back, this episode is for you. Let's dive in. Before the hiking, the laughing, the Bali magic, there was fear, and not the cute kind of fear, the kind of fear that sounds like, what if I don't fit in? What if this entire trip is a scam? What if Mary isn't even real? What if I regret this? Almost every single woman on this trip felt these fears. Yes, there were a couple who didn't think twice and just did the thing, but for most, the fear, the hesitation, the doubt showed up loud and convincing. So loud that some of them almost canceled completely. But honestly, that's where growth always starts. Not with confidence, not with clarity, but with hesitation, with fear, with second guessing. And for some women, that fear came straight out of the gate. Deborah shared what almost stopped her in her tracks.
My first hesitation was signing up was that it was an internet scam and that it wasn't real and that I was going to be taken for a lot of money. And that was my first thought, and it was in my mind and my husband's mind for a long time, and he tried to talk me out of it because it wasn't real.
And believe it or not, that came up a lot, not just for them, but from the people around them. Like, you found this trip on Instagram or Facebook? Who is this Mary person? You're flying to Bali with a bunch of strangers you've never met? Their friends, their partners, even some of their children were skeptical, which honestly, I get it. It sounds kind of wild and crazy until you're in it, and it isn't. And for women who don't normally do this kind of thing, especially not with strangers across the world, it's not a small leap. It's trusting their gut, trusting me, trusting that good things really do exist. For Amy, it wasn't whether it was real or not. She had known me through Instagram for several years and had done some of my programs, my community, my challenges, so she didn't question whether I was real or not. Amy questioned herself. It wasn't, can I get there? It was, do I deserve to be there? And in her words,
Am I worthy? Yeah, that's a good one.
That one hits. Amy then went on to talk about how being around a diverse group of women brought up a lot of anxiety at first, which it did for many of the women. But that question, am I worthy? That's the one that so many women carry. That's what keeps people from hitting book now. Not the flights, not the cost, not even the time off. It's that quiet internal belief. I'm not the kind of woman who gets to do something like this. And then there's Kathleen, who felt the thing a lot of people don't talk about. The flip from hell yes to what the fuck am I actually doing?
So right off the bat, super excited. It felt like an adventure of a lifetime that I was signing up for. And then immediately following that was feeling hesitant, not knowing the group, not knowing who you were going to show up with. And, that can change the experience altogether.
That flip can happen so fast. And it's one of the biggest reasons people cancel or never sign up in the first place. They get stuck in the fear loop. Not just fear of the trip, but fear of being too much or not enough. Fear of standing out, or fear of being invisible. Fear that maybe, just maybe, this won't change anything at all. And then there's Lisa. She only heard about the trip because her lifelong best friend of 65 years was going. And even then, she still hesitated.
My best friend in life, who I've known my entire life, or we have known each other entire life, told me she was doing this and mentioned to go, and I was very not going. And then when she told me she signed up, I'm like, what the fuck? You signed up? Can you back out? And she's like, no. So I contemplated for a while, and then I went, what the fuck? Just do it. I can't leave her alone.
Add that to the list of what ifs. What if I let her go without me? And then there was Ellen, Lisa's BFF of 65 years.
Oh, I was unsure about meeting a bunch of people, not knowing whether we'd get along or not. And of course, my entire family thought I was being scammed because I found Mary on Instagram. So it must be a fake. And she is very real and totally what I expected.
Will you tell everybody how old you are?
I am going to be 70 in a little while.
And how did and how did you feel about coming on a trip with a bunch of women at almost 70?
I felt like I was going to not fit in because most of the ladies are in their 40s, a couple younger, and then, of course, I had to drag my friend with me, so I wouldn't be the only old lady in the group.
Ellen is turning 70 in a couple of months, and yeah, she wondered if she'd fit in. She wondered if her and Lisa would be the odd ones out, and her entire family basically thought she was being scammed. But when I saw Ellen sign up for the trip, I immediately messaged her on Instagram. I congratulated her and asked her if she was planning on doing the optional activities. She wrote back, quote, unquote, I'm doing every fucking thing. I'm coming early, staying late, and doing all of the fucking activities. I thought, hell yes, this is a 69-year-old Spitfire. That's the spirit. And still, even with all that fear, all the second guessing, all the hesitation these ladies had, they showed up. Not because the fear went away, but because something deeper took the lead. Because they gave themselves permission to take risks, say yes while scared, and trust that it might just end up being better than they ever expected. This is what I need you to hear. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to have it all figured out. And you sure as hell don't need permission. These women weren't fearless. They just didn't let fear be the final vote. They booked the flight while still doubting it. They got on the plane while still scared. Many of them showed up not knowing a soul. There's a moment on every single trip. Sometimes it happens over dinner, sometimes mid-hike, sometimes while jumping off a cliff into a swimming hole, when you can feel everything start to shift, when it stops being about the itinerary or the destination and starts being about the people.
I found myself in the canyon having to jump off a big waterfall.
Yeah. And you survived.
Yeah. I didn't think I would ever do that, but I had to. And one of the women in our group Kathleen. She talked me through it, and it was a success.
No one talks about how nerve-wracking it can be to walk into a room full of women you don't know and trust that they'll see you, respect you, get you, not size you up, not make you feel behind, not judge you, just get you. But these women, they did that. And they did it on my first trip in Costa Rica too. And what unfolded wasn't just connection, it was recognition. They saw themselves in each other, in the courage, in the stories, in the softness and the strength. And the wildest part, these women spanned from ages 27 to 69. Different backgrounds, different seasons of life, but somehow the exact same need. To feel free, to feel alive, to feel like themselves again.
You're 27, you're the youngest woman on this trip, and our oldest is 69. How did you feel during the trip with the age range and just how everybody meshed?
London, it was perfect. I would not want to go on a trip with all people my age. The age variety was great.
What was so great about it?
They've walked different paths of life. Maybe some parts that I have walked already, some I haven't. We've all been through hard stuff and got to talk about that. Different ages, they've been through different things and different phases of life.
For some, it showed up in belly laughs or cheering each other on by screaming, "Do the fucking thing." For others, it was swimming under powerful waterfalls or standing in the ocean, staring out at the vastness, letting go of something they didn't even know they were still carrying.
I feel like I was more authentic with the group than I have a lot recently.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've been working on in my own life. And so to be able to bring it here and put it into practice with women that I don't know and for them to accept me just as I am, like, that's a fucking amazing thing.
That's the kind of freedom no passport can give you. Sometimes it was just that quiet exhale you didn't realize you'd been holding in for years.
I didn't realise that it invoked the inner child in me, remembering what it felt like to just be free and, not giving a fuck about what I looked like, about my insecurities, about my body, and, just life-changing experiences.
Awesome.
Getting emotional.
And that's what blew me away. The loud ones, the quiet ones, the ones who almost didn't even come, they all cracked open in their own way. No one was trying to prove anything. There was no race to the top, no comparison game, no who has it more together, just women being real and showing up as they were.
Things don't matter. My hair, no makeup, just being natural.
Yeah.
It's like it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I look at my picture and I go, what a wreck I look like, but it's kind of freeing.
And somewhere in the mess and the magic of it all, they came back to life.
I think it was important for me to see that I could do this and celebrate myself and that I'm worthy of a trip like this and that everybody at home figured it out too and I didn't have to worry about them as much as I anticipated.
And that's the thing no one tells you about growth. It rarely feels graceful in the moment. It feels like sweat, fear, and silence. So if you've been waiting for life to slow down or for the timing to be perfect, it won't. It never does. You have to decide. You're worthy now. You're allowed now. You're ready, even if you don't feel ready.
I'm on the trip of a lifetime, on my own, as a woman, strong and independent, and worthy of all the things that we got up to.
This is what I've learned hosting these trips. It's not about the destinations or the fun activities or the cool hotels. It's about remembering who the fuck you are before the job, the kids, the partner, the roles, the patterns. It's about dropping the titles and choosing yourself in real time. Not because it's convenient, but because you're done waiting.
I think the initial discomfort brought on far more true comfort with myself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's the shift. It's not Bali. It's not me. It's the decision to show up and finally meet the part of you that's been waiting to come alive. This trip wasn't about escaping life. It was about facing it in a different way, about breaking the pattern that keeps so many women stuck in autopilot. doing what they've always done, showing up how they always have, until something inside says that's enough. Because change doesn't happen when you finally feel confident. It happens when you get tired. Tired of playing small, tired of the excuses, tired of watching everyone else live their damn lives while you keep waiting for the right time. And that moment, that crack in the pattern, that's your opening. That's where possibility rushes in.
This is the new me now. I don't have to justify what I'm doing to anybody anymore. And just to take that chance, that leap of faith, just to do it. And then even pushing myself on these activities, it was a leap of faith for me. It was awesome.
That's what this is really about. Not proving anything to anyone, but reclaiming your own damn permission to change, to evolve, to be the person you truly are inside. You don't need to defend your joy. You don't need to explain your curiosity. You just need to follow it. That's why I say this trip was never just about Bali. It was about the pattern interrupt, because you don't need a beach or a passport to wake the fuck up. You just need a reason big enough to stop sleepwalking through your life.
I was really doubtful of the main canyoneering experience, which took the most effort and the most time. But I knew in my head that I could do it, but trying to push myself to actually do it. And I kept hanging in the back of the group to be the last one most of the time. And I was talking to one of the women and they thought that I was hesitating on it, but it was more that I was soaking in the experience. And I was trying to slow myself down so that I could truly appreciate what was happening and what we were doing. And I'm proud of myself.
We're so used to rushing through life that we forget what it means to feel it. Sometimes growth doesn't look like speeding up. It looks like slowing the fuck down, breathing, noticing, letting joy take up space, unapologetically.
We had the best time. It's been the greatest. I've done so many things I never thought I would do in my entire life, and I've done them all in a week. So I can't wait to keep going.
That's what happens when you stop letting age, fear, or doubt decide what you're capable of. When you stop putting your growth on hold for some day. The truth is, most of us, we don't need more time. We need more fire.
Empowered. I feel like I can do harder things now after coming halfway across the world and meeting people I didn't know and getting to vacation with them, jumping off the cliff. I can do harder things now.
That's about walking back into your real life knowing you're the one who decides what you're capable of. And that's what this is about. Not about becoming someone else, but coming home to the version of you who was always there. The one who just needed space, truth, and maybe a little chaos to break the cycle. The one who said yes when it would have been easier to stay the same. That's what it means to break the pattern, to interrupt the autopilot, to do the fucking thing, even when it makes no sense and everything inside of you is scared.
How was it being with women from 27 to your age at 69, almost 70?
I thought it was going to be a problem because I wouldn't understand or relate to half of the shit. But as it turns out, it wasn't a problem at all. We all got along. We all bonded right away. It was immediate. It was like having known each other our entire lives from the moment we met. It was a great group of people, and that was part of my intimidation about doing the trip was my age, that when I read all the activities that we were going to be doing, had I bit off more than I could chew, am I going to go fucking kill myself in Bali?
Yeah.
But nothing was so strenuous that I couldn't keep up. And I'm so happy that we did everything. And like I said to you in the beginning, I may never get to Bali again. This was my one chance to do a trip like this, and I wanted to do every fucking thing.
Yeah.
So whether I was capable or not, I was at least going to try.
Oh, I love that attitude.
Yeah.
The trip ended, but the shift, that stayed. This wasn't just about what happened in Bali. It was about what these women took home, in their bones, in their voices, in the way they now move through life.
I can do anything, yeah. So if I put my mind to it, I can do anything I set my mind to, and I can do whatever I want, and I know I can do it.
That's not hype. That's a woman who said yes to something that scared the hell out of her and came out on the other side different.
We got to know each other like right away. Everybody meshed, everybody got along. Like as soon as we all got together, it was like, where are you from? And, you know, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And it was a perfect match of people. And I think the universe put all that together to bring us all together in this magical, beautiful place.
And this wasn't luck. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't just a good group. This is what happens when women show up for themselves and walk into a space built for transformation. And Lisa and Deborah aren't the only ones who felt that.
I rely on others, that I am a part of this whole universe out there, and I'm not all on my own, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to need others and to give others support, and yeah.
I'm feeling like I am so glad that I did this, and I would do it 10 times over.
Do it. Just do it. You will not regret it. Worth every single penny. The money, it doesn't matter. Take the time off from work.
Yeah.
Do it.
Everybody melded so quickly, so fastly, and everyone was so eager to experience everything. I'm so proud of everyone. Everybody did something that they were nervous to do. Everyone went out of their comfort zone, and that was really incredible to see. Every experience we had was incredible.
Because when you say yes to something like this, you're not just investing in a week away. You're also investing in who you'll be when you get back.
I loved when my daughter would write me and say, I'm so proud of you, Mama. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
So
that must have felt good.
it did. It felt really good.
And what Vanessa's describing is the ripple effect. You show up for yourself, and suddenly the people around you see you differently, sometimes for the first time in years. And that makes them want to show up differently as well.
In my experience and what I've heard from people, we regret the things we do not do in life. So take the trip, book the flight, go do the thing, do the fucking thing, because you never regret the trips that you take.
What I've learned from this trip the most, I think, is just how much I say that I'm independent, and I've always been that way, but I also feel like I could not have done this without all these women. Could not have done it. Just the support that we gave each other
Yeah.
throughout the trip.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
That's the truth right there. You don't need more time. You don't need the stars to align. You need one yes, one leap, one fuck it, I'm doing this, because the best memories, the ones that stay with you, are almost never the ones you planned for. They're the ones that cracked you open. This trip wasn't just a reminder of who they are. It reflected something back to me, too.
Meeting you has been like an instant connection, like instant. And you just made everybody, not just myself, but you made everyone feel so comfortable and warm. And you are like the most amazing host. And everyone got along so well that I think is a lot because you brought us all together. And you just have this energy that is so amazing. It's like we've known each other all our lives. It was awesome. And I would highly recommend Mary to go with at any time.
Any sort of hesitation that you may have, I guarantee you is going to be squashed. And Mary's real. Mary's about as real as it gets, in my opinion. And I love it. And it makes you want to be more real. So it's a relational thing. So if you're thinking about it, just do it.
You are totally real and honest and fun. I'm so happy to actually meet you. You made the trip for me everything that I wanted it to be. So I look forward to the next trip. I will be doing it again. If I'm still alive, I will be there.
Mary is amazing. She makes you feel very welcomed, always encouraging. When I would feel like I couldn't do something, she's like, you can do it, Vanessa, you can do it, you know? So it's kind of like taking that leap of faith and not to be afraid. Great group leader.
If you see Mary inviting you on a trip, Don't think about it. She's real. It's not a scam. It's fun. The women that joined and signed up are all amazing. And just don't think about it because it'll be a blast and a trip of a lifetime.
And I'll be honest, I didn't expect how much that would mean to me. But in a world full of curated bullshit and filters and fake stories, being seen for who you actually are, that's powerful. What these women gave me back was trust. And what I gave them, a safe space to remember themselves, because that's what this is really about. Not becoming someone new, but finally dropping all of the masks and living as the person you already fucking are.
Man, just take the trip.
Yeah.
Get on the scooter. Do the things you think you're scared of. So worth it. Those are the best memories, the ones that push you a little outside your comfort zone. Do the thing. Do the fucking thing.
Just do the fucking thing.
Do the fucking thing.
Do the fucking thing, Bali bitches.
Do the fucking thing.
Just do the fucking thing. Do the fucking thing.
Yeah, just do it.
Yep, you'll be glad you did.
Do the fucking thing. That's what we've been saying all along, but it's more true now. Despite the fears and the hesitancies, the doubts that I had about myself or what I would experience, like, just do it. You're gonna regret not doing it more than you're gonna regret trying something.
So I'll leave you with this. The trip is over, but the ripple, it's still moving. You've heard what they feared. You've heard what they found. If something in this episode lit a fire in you, if you felt yourself nodding along thinking, I want to do that, I want to feel that, maybe I could actually join one of these trips, then maybe this is your moment. My next women's group trip is to Banff National Park in Canada, and yes, it's just as transformative. We're talking glacier-fed lakes, rugged mountain trails, campfires under the stars, Nordic spa soaks, and a space to get quiet, get loud, or get honest. Whatever you need the most. It's happening August 8th through the 13th this year, not too far away. The deadline to join is June 18th. You can find the link in the show notes. If that's too soon, I have more trips happening in 2026. Stay tuned. And you don't need to feel ready. You just need to want something more. The fear will always be there. And so will the magic. You just need to do the fucking thing to experience it. Thanks for tuning in today. If this episode hit home, subscribe and share it with a friend, because together we can bring more women into this wild, unapologetic space. Remember, waiting until you feel ready is the fastest way to nowhere. So show up, embrace the fear, and do the fucking thing. And don't forget to subscribe to my Unapologetically Wild Chronicles. The links to the show notes. Until next time, stay wild.